Hey everybody, Heroes 3C here, back with another video. So in this video, I want to put the MCU. I want to make it's a short little video. We'll talk about this. Which object of immense power is more powerful, the Infinity Gauntlet or the Book of Vishanti, both from the MCU? Why do I bring this up, and why am I talking about such things now? Well, I've always had this on my mind ever since I first saw Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of the Madness, but I never got around to making a video, and then yada yada yada. I know it's late, but hey, who cares? Anyway, but in the flashback when the Illuminati battles and defeats Thanos with the gauntlet, they have the Book of Vishanti. So a lot of people were saying that the Book of Vishanti is more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet, and I'm here to say that I don't think that's true. It's true that Thanos, with either 4 or all 6 stones, we don't know how many he had, but it looked like he had all 6. 4 or all 6 was bested. Okay? But that doesn't necessarily mean the Infinity Gauntlet is weaker than the Book of Vishanti. Thanos just was weaker than the Illuminati with the Book of Vishanti. It's not just one member with the Book of Vishanti fighting Thanos. If that was the case, it likely would have been a whole different, like Thanos would have won, right? What does the Book of Vishanti do? The Book of Vishanti, and please remember this, the Book of Vishanti gives a sorcerer any power, gives the sorcerer the ability to do whatever they need to do, the power to do whatever they want, whatever power they need, the Book of Vishanti gives them. A sorcerer. So the Illuminati likely used Doctor Strange because he's the only sorcerer on the team. Who is Doctor Strange? The Sorcerer Supreme, the strongest sorcerer in the universe. The strongest sorcerer in the universe, amped with a book of immeasurable cosmic power, backed by his Illuminati brothers. Now we don't see this, but in Doctor Strange 2, on the Earth where they end up getting caught and captured, we see that they have Ultron sentries. So it's likely that it wasn't even just the Illuminati. It's likely it was also Ultron sentries there, but that's kind of reaching, so I'll dial it back. But I do believe that is a strong possibility. So it was Doctor Strange with the Book of Vishanti, Charles Xavier, the most powerful telepath on Earth. I don't think we had Baron Mordo, but we also had Captain Marvel, Maria Rambeau. We had Captain Carter, though she was kind of a non-factor, and we had Black Bolt, the Inhuman, whose voice is so powerful he could destroy a whole. Well, we don't really see his destructive range, but he's very like his voice is very powerful, and he just destroys stuff, right? Just from speaking, he launches massive explosions and stuff. Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet was up against all of that. Again, he could have had all 6. He may not have. But it's likely he only had 4. Because that Thanos probably was doing the same thing ours wanted to. Balance the universe or whatever. Well, if he had 4 stone, like if he had all 6, he would have went ahead and snapped. The fact that he didn't snap probably shows that he still had more stones to go, but whatever. It doesn't matter. 4 or 6. The result is the same. Listen. All that being said, you have to take into account the fact that A, the battlefield was a mess. It was rubble everywhere. And B, every person on the hero side, Doctor Strange, Captain Carter, Captain Marvel, Oh, and also Reed Richards. Reed Richards was there as well. And, Reed Richards. All of them were injured. Doctor Strange was bloodied up. So it was likely he was the main one fighting. Everyone was tired and everyone had dirt on them. Like, it was a fight, a brutal fight. If the Book of Vishanti was that much more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet, they would not have been in the state they were in. It would have been a clean sweep, considering the fact that the other Illuminati members was helping Strange, who was empowered by the Book of Vishanti. And Strange also was likely empowered by the Darkhold at the same time, because he was using the Darkhold. Otherwise, Well, they probably killed him to avenge the people he killed when he caused the incursion. But either way, Strange was like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet was that was a fight, and it was too close of a fight for the Book of Ashanti and the MCU Infinity Gauntlet, Nano Gauntlet, Infinity Stones to be equal. So back to my question: the MCU Infinity Gauntlet versus the MCU Book of Ashanti, or the MCU Infinity Stones, Infinity Gauntlet, right? It was I believe it has probably about like a quarter more strength than the Book of Ashanti, or probably half. Half, like the Book of Ashanti is half of the Infinity Gauntlet's power, because if it was just Strange with that book, he would have lost, as we see by his state. Also, we don't really see his body, so I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, I think the Infinity Stones are going to be the most powerful object. Like the Infinity Gauntlet will be the most powerful object ever in the MCU history. In the history of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones are going to be the strongest. That's why they were destroyed. That's why they're gone. I thoroughly subscribe to that level of thinking, that field of thinking, and that's my head canon. But anyway, this is Heroes 310. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.